watching at home in Saskatoon, who was a part of that championship squad last year. And then on the other side, the Ottawa Blackjacks, as we mentioned, very much a youth sports flavor, both in graduated players, current players, and recently graduated players. For the Rattlers, again, Negus Webster-Chan, one of the returning players from last year.
But don't get fooled with Ottawa's starters. There's lots of depth of professional experience with this starting five, as there is with the Rattlers.
The Blackjacks looking to punch their ticket in their inaugural season, while the Rattlers are looking to continue their defense of the championship. The final game of the CEBL Summer Series round robin is now underway, and the Blackjacks have it. Olivier Hanlon with the rock. Immediately jumping out on him was Denzel Taylor. Shaq Keith crossing over Bracy Davis. Nice move into the lane. He finds Johnny Brahana-Meskel from range, no good. Webster-Chan tips it to Kemi Osei, who has been extremely solid for the Rattlers.
Yeah, nice find by Shaq Keith on that last play. Johnny Brahana-Meskel getting an open three.
Kai Williams from downtown, and that's the way to get your bench up early.
Yeah, the veteran of the veterans right there from Regina. Kai knocks it down, gives him a little bit of confidence.
Kemi Osei steals, swipe the other way for two. Kemi Osei is instant energy. 4-0 here in the early going. The Blackjacks in the black jerseys with white and red trim. The Rattlers in the white with wheat and green trim. That's going to go off Sask, and the Blackjacks will get it back. It's funny, you heard Coach Osvaldo Genti say toughness is going to carry the teams in this one. Shaq Keith is one of those guys that brings it every time. Olivier Hanlon off the inbounds, airs it out. Williams brings it down. Osei pushing the other way for Sask. Pull up three, Kemi Osei, no good. Taylor, offensive rebound, no foul, and we are going the other way. They did not call the push, and I guess he laid out of bounds.
And both these centers, Pierre Charles and Taylor, are both very similar. Not big scorers, but they set the table. They do a lot of the grind work, real good at screens, real good at reading the play.
Hanlon to Thomas Scrub. Handoff for Brahana-Meskel. Back to Scrub. Good closeout there by Bracy Davis.
Huge closeout by Bracy Davis.
Oh, Kai Williams with a little look to his bench. How about an 8-0 run for Sask? You're watching the CEBL Summer Series live on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca, and you're listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa.
Most of our clients who come through our door and who are suffering from mental illness, they're feeling a sense of despair and a longing for help. Often, insurance companies are denying disability claims on the basis that there's insufficient medical evidence. We've represented hundreds of clients who suffer from anxiety or depression. We fight for our clients' right to receive the compensation they deserve. If you've been denied long-term disability, don't give up. We can help.
Your long-term disability firm, Kotak Law.
Follow the Saskatchewan Rattlers on social media right now to get the latest news, updates, and behind-the-scenes access that the defending champion Rattlers have to offer. Follow the Ottawa Blackjacks on social media right now to get the latest news, updates, and behind-the-scenes access that the CEBL's newest club has to offer.
blink and you'll miss it. 8-0 run for the Rattlers to start this game, showing that championship pedigree, saying, hey, you're going to have to beat us to take the trophy from us in the playoffs. Foul away from the ball, called on Osei.
I think a big player for Saskatchewan in this game is going to be Bracey Davis. We saw already once on a closeout on Tom Scrubb how he got out there and he blocked the shot. I think he's going to be a huge factor.
Hand off to Hanlon. He gets to the baseline. Man, if it's that easy for Olivier Hanlon, he's going to score in bunches. Oh, back the other way. Webster Chan, no good. Denzel Taylor, tip in.
And if you look at his field goal percentage for Denzel Taylor, he's always up in the 60s.
Offensive foul, and it's Taylor stepping in. The tip in on one end and drawing the charge on the other.
Yeah, good read by Denzel. Got back, made the read, stepped up, got his feet over the circle. Nice play.
So it's 10-2 for the Rattlers in the opening 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the first quarter. Webster Chan swings it. Bracey Davis. Back up top, Webster Chan. Williams. Well, we thought about it. He's already hit twice from range. Webster Chan dribbling display. No good from the land beyond.
And one thing against Ottawa that you're going to have to do is get back in defensive transition because they come at you with 5 on the pass or with the dribble.
Oh, Taylor poked it away, and Shaq Keith yanked on the jersey of Negus Webster Chan. They're going to call that an unsporting foul. 2 and the ball.
Yeah, if you don't make a play for the ball, it's an unsporting foul. And people used to do that in transition, just in plays like that. So now the penalty's too large.
Rashawn Brown checking in to the game. The CEBL has been trending across Canada throughout the summer series. You can join the conversation by using the hashtag #OurGame. I did not even have a chance between games. Check out the hashtag. I would have loved to have seen all the diehard Fraser Valley fans talking about that thrilling win by the Bandits, but did not have a chance. But you can always join in on the conversation using that hashtag on all the social media platforms. Rashawn Brown inbounding to Williams. He gets it back on the handoff, running off the Taylor screen twice. Webster Chan looking for Taylor. Here, Charles just getting into his man. Kai Williams, he's going to have to launch it. I guess he did get it off in time, but it rims out. Oh, what a battle by Bracey Davis, but they're going to call him I think they're calling him out of bounds.
And a great fight in there for that ball. Both him and Pandy did a super job. We've got 2 youth sports graduating seniors running the show for both teams at point guard. Muniz Tutu and Rashawn Brown.
Thomas Scrubb triggering the offense, gets it to Muniz Tutu, who hit some incredible shots in yesterday's game. Scrubb, no good. Oh, Pierre Charles with a spinning fadeaway while getting shoved. He gets the 2 to go to cut it to 7. 3:40 into the first quarter.
Bracey Davis with 2 real good challenges on Tom Scrubb's shots.
Webster Chan working on Pierre Charles. Pierre Charles active defensively. No good from Webster Chan. He's missed his first 2. Kai Williams. He is leading by example out there, battling for the loose ball and drawing the foul.
Yeah, he may not give you, more than 20 minutes, but he's been giving you solid minutes and leadership, and he set it by example.
Setting the tone for his bigs coming off the bench. 2 returnees from last year's championship squad, Shane Osiande and Jelaine Price checking in. They join Negus Webster Chan on the floor as the 3 returning Rattlers from that championship team. Bracey Davis gets into the lane. Foul called. Layup is no good. He'll have to earn it at the strike.
And we've got Isaiah Osborne for Ottawa making his professional debut. Stepped on the court. He's replacing another U Sport contributor. You've seen Joseph, who was because of injury. And Isaiah had a great career. Started at Windsor, graduated at Carleton, and in between there has played very well for University of Texas, El Paso.
Got the free throw to go. With the rock is Tutu.
When we're talking about Isaiah Osborne, I know I've been around the game a long time. Did I ever tell you I recruited his dad? I didn't get him, but man, his dad, Patrick, was a great player and a great athlete.
Is there anybody you didn't recruit, Joe? I know you cast
a lot of guys I didn't get.
I wish I didn't want to say it. You cast a wide net.
I think Patrick Osborne, if you had to make a second decision, would have come with me.
Foul on Oceande. Yeah, I mean, the Blackjacks have had to, change on the fly with some personnel, but having the dynasty that they had the ability to kind of reach out to some guys who know what they're running and how they play. Tutu's pass goes off a Rattler out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock, 5:37 to go here in the opening quarter. 12-4 for Sask.
And you're absolutely right. That's a big part of their bench, of having people who can identify with each other and know exactly what they're doing and know their roles.
Don't think you're going to have much drama on an Ottawa Blackjacks squad. It's going to be all kind of game-related stuff that you're going to have to overcome. Sean Brown the other way. Finds Opong. Oceande. Oh, no good is Opong. Robinson Opong, a product of Sainte Foy in Quebec. And that was Eric Keeby cleaning up the mess. The Blackjacks have been able to slow things down here and be able to calm the Rattlers down a little bit as they cut the lead in half.
And that's the first easy basket for Ottawa, where they've been able to get on second effort.
Oh, and Jelaine Price from downtown.
Not a person known for his threes.
Lloyd Pandy finds Tutu. Keeby to Scrub. That's deep.
And that's
nothing but net.
And that's a dare.
Yep.
It's deep and it's a dare. Got to make Tom Scrub dribble the ball off the three-point line.
6-point lead for the Rattlers. Opong. Bracy Davis. Price back to Opong. Rims out. Foul called, I believe, on Price.
Early in the game, Saskatchewan was doing a good job of playing north and south and hit a couple threes. Now they're playing east and west. Everything's around the horn, around the perimeter. They need to be able to dive to the basket or get some cutters going in there, because right now they're easy to be guard. It's easy to guard them when they're out there like that.
Now the Blackjacks have started to kind of institute what they want to do now, but they still trail by 6. Osborne gets into the lane. No good. And you hear Brown screaming out for his teammates. He wants to headman it. And it's Webster Chan running off the Oceande screen. Tried to thread the needle. Lots of bodies going after the loose ball. It's going to stay with Sask because they had the possession arrow.
Yeah, and I just thought a little bit of risk-reward on that pass. Got a good lead because you've taken good shots and you've taken care of the basketball.
Shaq Keith checking back in. This time it's Scrub checking out with 3:38 to go here in the opening quarter. 15-9 for the Saskatchewan Rattlers over top of the Ottawa Blackjacks. 11 on the shot clock. Inbounds to Opong. He gets it back to Brown. He pulls up from three-point range and smacked it off the glass for 3.
And you don't You don't talk about how it goes in, as long as it goes in.
Pierre Charles, no good, is good for the little left-handed baby hook.
He's done a real good job on both shots he's taken today of getting in there and using that little hook. Real confidence on his jump.
Taylor checking back in for Oceande. The Rattlers just cycling through their bodies. They want to keep everybody fresh.
The one body that hasn't come up is Chris Joseph, and I know he's been nursing an injury.
Opong. Well, he finally gets it to go, missed his first couple, but he cashes that one. The lead's up to 10 for the defending champs.
And they're living at the three-point line.
Kick out. Osborne. He's looking for Shaq Keith. He runs off the screen, gets it back down to the baseline. Tough move for two, Shaq Keith.
And Shaq had a roadmap. You knew exactly where he wanted to end up when he was started his dribbles. He wanted to get to the basket. He was just going to muscle his way up.
Brown to Webster Chan. He's yet to be able to find the bottom of the net, so he takes it hard to the hole. Stripped, lost it. Blackjacks trying to turn it into two back the other way. Osborne gets into the lane, stops at the free throw line. Rashawn Brown is battling. Pierre Charles called for the offensive foul. You can pick up the latest gear from your favorite team exclusively from New Era, the official merchandise partner of the CEBL and its 7 teams across Canada. Visit cebl.ca and click on Shop.
Sean Brown did a great job of playing post defense on Pierre Charles, getting right into him, forcing him to push off and drawing the offensive foul.
Kai Williams back in the game, as is Kemi Osei and Bracy Davis. Back to the starting 5 for the Rattlers here with 2 minutes left in the opening quarter. Taylor to Williams. Osei watched by Hanlon. To the elbow was Bracy Davis. Osei missed everything, forcing it in order to beat the shot clock, but Ottawa will get it back with 1:45 to go.
Good defense by Ottawa. Good possession by Saskatchewan there, and the fact that they didn't take a bad shot, because it's the bad shots that lead to runouts. If you have a violation, it's a turnover, but you don't have the runout with a bad, like you would with a bad decision.
The Rattlers want to keep it in the half court if they can. They have done a good job of keeping Ottawa's offense clamped down, and another one there. The air ball was knocked out, and Hanlon beat it with a 3, and they get it to Shaq Keith. He hits from downtown, just the way they drew it up, Joe.
You see it all the time. Second chance, offensive rebound, rolls to somebody's hands, good things happen.
Webster Chan finds Bracy Davis. 1 minute to go in the opening quarter. Bracy Davis watched by Keeby. No good. Ooh, lots of contact away from the ball. They get it back to Bracy Davis. He finger rolls home too.
Second chance on that end, second chance on this end. Good basket by Bracy Davis. Going to have to play lots of minutes, and he's going to have to be very good on the offensive end for Saskatchewan.
Hanlon running off the Keeby screen. He finds Keeby on the roll, but he can't hit the reverse layup. Kai Williams, pull up 3. Ooh, might have been contact. About 4 feet short. Kai Williams drew the charge on Shaq Keith.
Good job on the scum report there on Kai. Kai Williams there. Just, he knew that Shaq's going to put his head down and go to the rim.
Keith's second foul. That energy sometimes gets him into a little bit of trouble. 20 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. The Rattlers up 7. They have the rock with an opportunity to maintain the last possession here. Kemi Osei. 10 seconds to go. Osei still with the rock. Finds Webster Chan. He pulls up. Back rim. Taylor's active on the glass but can't come out with it. Rattlers are going to get it back. They say 0.3 on the clock.
And good decision by Negus Webster-Chan on that. Taking that extra dribble, you don't want to shoot the ball early. You'd rather shoot it late and not score than give Ottawa a chance to come back and score.
You're watching the CEBL Summer Series live on CBC Gem and on CBCSports.ca. The Blackjacks are down 7. You're listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa.
What is 100 years? In 1920, Erhard Cook turned a passion for headwear into the New Era Cap Company in Buffalo, New York. But everyone was making this kind of hat. So we came up with the big idea to make the best caps for the biggest sport. But something wasn't quite right. We wanted to show the logos with pride. And just like that, the iconic 5950 was born, changing the baseball cap forever. For the first time, the caps the pros wore on the field were officially sold in stores. And then something unique happened. Spike Lee called, the Spike Lee, and asked to have a red Yankees cap to match his jacket. We asked Major League Baseball, and they said, we had a chance to be disruptive. Spike's red cap launched sports headwear into a wider culture. Hip-hop made it a staple. Creators made it their own. Colors, fabrics, patterns. It was more than just your favorite team. And a gold sticker on the visor became as iconic as the cap itself. And those 4 numbers, we think it's an original production number. We don't know for sure, but we love them. From courtside to Crenshaw, from the 50 to 5th, it shouted that this is who you were, what you repped, and where you lived. The world saw it and wanted it. Where were we? Staying true to our roots. Fans of all sports became fans of us. People liked what we were doing, so our brand grew, and we became more than just a cap. That's 100 years. We thank you. Enjoy what comes next.
Welcome back to the Meridian Centre in St. Catharines, Ontario, home to the 2021 Canada Summer Games. Right now, home to the final game of the CEBL Summer Series round robin. Win and you're in, lose and you go home. Thomas Scrubb, currently 1 of 5 in the game, gets into the lane. A very tough 2 off glass.
Yeah, Thomas Scrubb gets in the paint. His length is so important, and he can go with either hand, and he extends himself very, very well. Tough bucket.
Great start to the first quarter. Great start to the game for the Rattlers. 0 turnovers in that first quarter. Osei to Bracy Davis, and that is a little shove off on Johnny Berhena-Meskel. He draws the charge. We're going back the way of the Blackjacks.
Yeah, Johnny Berhena-Meskel did a great job of getting him to his space and forced him to dribble with his weak hand there. And he got into him, forced him left, got into his left hand. Good defense. First turnover for Saskatchewan.
Oh, and there's Scrubb back. Quick first step. He's got 4 points to start this second quarter.
I've always said Thomas Scrubb from three-point line to three-point line doesn't look like a great athlete, but once he steps inside the paint, his footwork is magical.
Osei. Couple of pump fakes, gets into the corner for Bracy Davis. He airs out the 3. Hamlin comes down with it. Good defensive stand for Ottawa. They are now down just 3. Hamlin, a little stop and go to Johnny Buckets. There you go. That's good news for the Blackjacks. Some quick math tells me that's a 7-0 run. We're tied at 23. You're watching the CEBL Summer Series live on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and you're listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa.
Well, when I was younger in high school, I was a pretty good athlete. Went to the provincial championships in most sports like volleyball, track, basketball, and of course the goalie. But lately I've been going up the stairs like Fred Sanford. That's why I use Inflamex. Remember, 2 M's, 2 X's.
Inflamex is formulated to relieve joint pain, helps address pain and inflammation at the cellular level, and is GMO-free and allergen-free.
I'm doing better with a little help from my friends at Bell Lifestyle Products, so you can do the things that you do best.
Oh, yeah!
Spend 2 nights in Ottawa and get $100 spending money on us. Dinner and drinks? It's on us. Or outdoor fun? It's on us. So relax. It's on us. Spend 2 nights and get $100.
A mark of legacy, a mark of our game. Spalding is the official basketball partner of the CEBL. Get your replica CEBL game ball now at cebl.ca and take our game to your courts.
Most of our clients who come through our door and who are suffering from mental illness, they're feeling a sense of despair and a longing for help. Often, insurance companies are denying disability claims on the basis that there's insufficient medical evidence. We've represented hundreds of clients who suffer from anxiety or depression. We fight for our clients' right to receive the compensation they deserve. If you've been denied long-term disability, don't give up. We can help.
Your long-term disability firm, Contact.
We're tied at 23. A reminder that Coventry is the official transportation partner of the CEBL Summer Series. They will have one less team to take to and from the arena and practice court starting tomorrow. Whichever team comes out on the losing end of this game will see their CEBL Summer Series come to an end. Negus Webster-Chan continues to be 0-4 from the field in this game. Hanlon can't get the roll. Eric Keeby, offensive rebound, took 6-7 steps to finish.
Coach Jacobson thought it was a dance.
Webster-Chan whips a pass to Bracy Davis. Brown finds Webster-Chan, gets himself free. He back rims another. Negus is just beside himself right now. Just needs to see one go through the rim. Back the other way, Olivier Hanlon, he sees his go through the cylinder. The lead's up to 5 for the Blackjacks.
So Ottawa's spacing is exceptional. What they do is they create that spacing right in transition. Saskatchewan had trouble yesterday scoring at certain parts of the game. And I think this is one of those defensive stops by Ottawa, but a stall by Saskatchewan.
For Hannah Mesco. Fires it. Hanlon gets into the lane. Ooh, bounced around before coming out. Rashawn Brown back the other way for Sask. They came out like they were shot from a cannon, but right now they look like they can't get the fuse lit. Williams, this plodding offense right now for the Rattlers. Bracy Davis goes behind the back, takes it hard, no good. Taylor can't tip it in. The Blackjacks have all the energy on their side.
Yeah, early in that first quarter, it looked like they were scoring easy. Right now, everything's a frustration, and credit Ottawa controlling the basketball.
Hannah Mesco with a push-off jumper, back rim, no good. This is the Blackjack style of game right now. Bracy Davis to Rashawn Brown. No good. Live by the 3, die by the 3, Joe. Right now, the Rattlers are dying by it.
And the Rattlers are having trouble right now even transition. They look like a tired team on both transitions. They're not running with 5.
Ooh, Olivier Hanlon. When he gets it going, he looks so smooth. Long 2 is good.
He's always been a scoring point guard. And he can hit the 3. He's very good at getting to the free throw line. Had a great career at Boston College as a scorer.
I believe had his number retired down at Boston College. Ooh, tough pass. Williams then fires it in the Blackjacks bench.
Not only are they working hard, but they're becoming very physical, and that was a physical turnover there by Saskatchewan.
A reminder, as part of the CEBL's social justice work, you'll hear players, coaches, and staff speak out against racism. Racism is not our game is featured at each baseline and on the back of warm-up shirts as a reminder of the work we all need to do for equality in Canada. Racism is not our game. Thomas Scrub gets it to go off glass. The lead's up 2-9. The Rattlers still have yet to score in this second quarter. Brown kicks it. Bracy Davis lost Scrub. Gets it to go. I thought there was a whistle, but there was not. Lots of contact, though.
In the circle, and that stops a 16. That's a 16-2 run.
Hanlon, no good. Osayande, big-time defensive rebound. Heard the slap of the ball echoing through the airwaves there.
16-2 runs can win you a lot of elims.
Absolutely. Opong from deep. Can't get it to go. Williams is down on the floor. He's getting back up slowly. Blackjacks have numbers, and Lull is hacked hard. He'll go to the line to earn 2.
And Ottawa does such a great job. They just saw 5-on-4. It was a full-out transition, and they took complete advantage of it.
Blackjacks cycling through their bench quickly, try to keep themselves fresh. We welcome those watching today's game on Twitch. Thousands of fans from around the world use this exciting platform over the last couple days to be a part of the CEBL action. Hope you're enjoying everything you're seeing worldwide on Twitch, live from the Meridian Center in St. Catharines, Ontario in Canada.
Ottawa's got 4 players on the court right now who last year were playing youth sports basketball, all at the University of Carleton.
Take that in for a second. That's a special time in Canadian basketball, Joe. Special moment. Opong, sorry.
And then you throw Olivier Hanyon in the mix, and it helps.
Yeah. 4-year D1 guy. Opong, jumper's good. He's been able to provide a little offensive spark for Sask, who are desperately needing some right now. Osborne runs off the Lull screen. Osborne working on Osayande. Brown gets his hand in the passing lane. Munis Tutu, kick out. Hanlon. No good. Osayande defensive rebound. The Rattlers need to string a couple of stops and a couple of baskets together.
They've got the stops now. They just got to.
Ooh, that's a travel.
Yeah, too much pause on the ball. Too much. I've got to make a decision. Keep the ball moving, create the closeout, and then you can drive to the lane. Because Saskatchewan hasn't been to the free throw line much, and it's all because their plays on the perimeter.
We got 3:15 to go here in the first half. A 7-point game in favor of the Ottawa Blackjacks. They fell behind early, but have weathered that storm and are now in a comfortable position. Hanlon, though, off glass and immediately called for a substitution. Sean Brown, he leads Osayande a little too far. He tries to save it off of Tutu, but instead it's a turnover. Hanlon, despite asking for a sub, pulls up for 3 and is no good. Webster Chan, pass and crash. Where's it going? It is a charge.
And one of the problems is that was a 2 against 4 in transition. Saskatchewan's tired. They're not running with 5 on both transition, offense and defensive, and it got them in trouble on that one there.
Yeah, Coach Chad Jacobson wants a timeout to talk it over, and again, it's being the final day of the CEBL Summer Series. Everything on the line in this game. The Rattlers have lost 4 straight games since winning early, obviously, in the Summer Series. And when it comes down to it, we knew this would be a war of attrition, Joe, and the Rattlers right now really seem to be battling it physically.
Yeah, and I think it's just the bench. It's just the depth of the team right now. And even though Ottawa's young, the bench has got them in transition. And playing a full-court basketball game has hurt Saskatchewan's half-court.
Yes.
Because they've got to get back, and now they're trying to run. The pace is what Ottawa wants. They got the younger, fresher legs, and it's having an effect on Saskatchewan in the half-court. And so therefore you see this huge run in the second quarter by Ottawa.
Amy Otterbert joining in. What do you got there, Amy?
Well, something else that Coach Genty is going to be really happy about, because after the first quarter, what he told his team in the huddle was they're 5 for 11 from the 3. And he wasn't talking about the 5, he was talking about the 11. He said, we've got to do a better job defending the 3. And in the second quarter, Saskatchewan, maybe a little while they're behind, have went cold. They're 0 for 6 from long. So that means that Ottawa has done a much better job contesting, but also chasing the Rattlers off long range. Guys?
Thank you, Amy. And when you add on to that, the Blackjacks are a +4 on the glass. That's a pretty quick math will tell you why they're up 7.
And Ottawa's done a great job. They've caused 5 turnovers in this quarter.
Osiande with the steal. He almost gave it right back. In transition, hustling back is Osborne to block Osei.
Good timeout by Coach Jacobson there, coming back and changing it up a little bit, going to a 2-3 zone.
Very good hustle by the newest Blackjack, Isaiah Osborne.
And the freshest Blackjack.
Good point. Price to Opong. He leads Osayande, kick out Price. He gets cut off. Great rotation defensively. Negus Webster-Chan now 0 for 9. Osborne no good in transition. Sask trying to get out and run. Headman, Webster-Chan. No good, stick back. Also no good from Osayande.
Great action there, real tough. That was a U Sports freshman going out of bounds and not throwing the ball away because he knew how important it was to keep it.
Basketball IQ. Following today's tilt, you'll want to stick around for a special edition of CEBL Life presented by Ward 1 Studios, a behind-the-scenes feature on Fraser Valley Bandits player Jehens Menega, who had himself an outstanding game earlier today. And that is at the following of the buzzer of this game. You will find the newest edition of CEBL Life. Opong. Step back jumper is good. Wow, he has provided a lot for a Rattlers team that is searching for something offensively.
And done because a lot of their searching has been like on isolation. And he's finished off the shots. Got the 2-3 zone again.
Rattlers searching for something to string together some offense and defense. They get the stop, but they give up the offensive rebound, and Tommy Scrub gets the roll for 2. The lead's back up to 7 with 1:05 left here in the first half.
Yeah, the second chances have been killing Saskatchewan in this quarter.
Price. Back to Osei. Kemi Osei, step back 3 is good. Back-to-back Quebec connections, Opong and Osei. Oh yes, the lead's down to 4. Scrub. Osborne. Drive, kick. Johnny B. Gets into the lane, floats home 2 to push the lead up to 6.
And Ottawa has a bunch of fouls to give. They haven't committed a foul yet here. So I wonder if they just play straight up defense or use the foul.
So the shot clock is off. 15 left in the quarter. Osei pounding the rock on top of the Summer Series logo. He finds Opong. Down low. Osayande puts up 2, not even close, no whistle. 38-32 for the Ottawa Blackjacks. A reminder, the winner of this game advances to the quarterfinals. And right now, Amy Otterbert is joined by Olivier Hanlon of the Ottawa Blackjacks. Amy?
Yeah, thanks, Jason. You guys went down as much as 10 in that first quarter. How'd you get back control of this game?
Oh, we knew it was going to be a dogfight, right? Everybody's trying to make the playoffs. They're a good team, we're a good team, and it just comes down to stops defensively and after that rebounding the ball.
Let's go back to that defense because you only gave up 9 points in that entire second quarter. So what adjustments did you make?
Just, being active with the hands and helping up the next guy. Whenever a guy gets beat, just trust that there's going to be help and just play as a unit.
All right, we appreciate your time. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
We'll go back to you guys.
Okay, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never see ya. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends I won't be ya. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not setting out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out. Oh, look who's reaching out. Old friends wanna feature now. They don't work, so they need it free. Ooh, you reaching out from the west side of that old town, but there's no shows till I go down to the open mic. Show love to the real ones that know now. Some of y'all don't know now. In a couple months, you gon' find out. Been blowing up from the underground, and they stepping on a landmine now. And they know it's my time now. Coming up, I'm on a climb now. Everybody claim they been ballin', but it's looking like they took a time out. Okay, I'm working on a Wednesday, then up again the next day. So-and-so is popping, man, I skip him like he leg day. Kick it like I'm Pele, I never care what they say. Put myself on Spotify, so every day my payday. That realness, don't feel this, but I've been sick, that illness. I've been fresh like Will Smith since 94, man, I built this. Stressed out, X'd out, missed calls from my ex now, but I'm staying focused in the lab, baby, I don't need your calls or your text now. God say the boy blessed now. Who am I to say Rondo? And the way that I sell ticks, they been calling me Rondo. 23 in my prime though, finna ball like Lonzo. Go and tell everybody talking stage better be in that convo.
Well, welcome back to the Meridian Centre in St. Catharines, Ontario, home to the 2021 Canada Summer Games. This is the final day of the CEBL Summer Series round robin. We hit the playoffs tomorrow. But first, at halftime, we're going to look back at yesterday in the CEBL. We're going to continue our series with Amy Audibert and the Commissioner Mike Moriali. Then Amy will return to interview Saskatchewan head coach Chad Jacobson. We'll go over the keys to the game that Joe Rasso had at the beginning. And then halftime stats presented by BetChris. You are watching the CEBL Summer Series on cbcsports.ca, the CBC Gem app, and you're listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa.
Well, when I was younger in high school, I was a pretty good athlete. Went to the provincial championships in most sports like volleyball, track, basketball, and of course the goalie. But lately I've been going up the stairs like Fred Sanford. That's why I use Inflamex. Remember, 2 M's, 2 X's.
Inflamex is formulated to relieve joint pain, helps address pain and inflammation at the cellular level, and is GMO-free and allergen-free.
I'm doing better with a little help from my friends at Bell Lifestyle Products, so you can do the things that you do best.
Oh, yeah!
Spend 2 nights in Ottawa and get $100 spending money on us. Dinner and drinks? It's on us. Or culture and sightseeing? It's on us. So relax. It's on us. Spend 2 nights and get $100.
Welcome to Payworks. We're payroll, HR, and time and absence management experts. So whether your business has thousands of employees or just one, let us show you how we're different. We're Payworks, and we're doing business to business, person to person. It's time to rep your CEBL pride, Canada. Exclusive New Era merchandise is now available on CEBL.ca. Buy your favorite hats, replica jerseys, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Welcome to our game. Rattlers fans, right now you can get 12% off 2021 season tickets by placing your $50 deposit before August 9th, 2020. Visit therattlers.ca and take advantage of this exclusive Summer Series offer. Welcome to a new basketball experience. Blackjacks fans, right now you can get 12% off 2021 season tickets by placing your $50 deposit before August 9th, 2020. Visit theblackjacks.ca and take advantage of this exclusive Summer Series offer. Welcome to a new basketball experience.
Tip is one back to Klassen, and here's Alex Johnson. He'll walk it up because it now gives, it's not just an opportunity for guys like Briante Weber, who's about to score, as he jams it down. Briante Weber.
How fast the tables turn.
Here's Webster Chan. That is dumped off there to Shane Osayende. He dunks it down. Webster Chan drives. Little reverse lefty finish. Negus Webster Chan. Silky smooth. Briante Weber Mukama for 3. That is good. JV Mukama up to 28 in the game. He's going to really pick up.
For sure.
Here's Weber. He's got it. He drives, pulls up. Briante Weber cashes it. And that is game. The Hamilton Honey Badgers advance to the knockout round of the CEBL Summer Series. They will play in the the quarterfinals on Thursday with an 86-73 before quarterfinal Thursday. Pierre Charles and Glaze go up for it. It's tapped out of bounds, and it's going to be Niagara ball. He's got the bigger Watson on him. He'll drive, pulls up around the free throw line. High rainbow off glass. He didn't call it, but it counts either way.
That's just a tough shot. That's just a tough shot.
He sees a couple bodies there at the top of the pick and roll. Still slides his way to the rim and gets it to go and one. Trey Bell Haynes. Here's Tutu. Drives into a couple bodies. High off the glass. They're going to count the basket and a foul. Munis Tutu into Grandy Glaze on the roll. He finds a cutting Daniel Mullings. Beautiful offense there from the River Lions and a 3-point lead. He's out on the run. They have numbers. Trey Bell Haynes for the win. He does it. Trey Bell Haynes keeps the River Lions alive. The River Lions are going to the knockout round.
What is 100 years? In 1920, Erhard Cook turned a passion for headwear into the new era cap company in Buffalo, New York. But everyone was making this kind of hat. So we came up with the big idea to make the best caps for the biggest sport. But something wasn't quite right. We wanted to show the logos with pride. And just like that, the iconic 5950 was born, changing the baseball cap forever. For the first time, the caps the pros wore on the field were officially sold in stores. And then something unique happened. Spike Lee called, the Spike Lee, and asked to have a red Yankees cap to match his jacket. We asked Major League Baseball, and they said, we had a chance to be disruptive. Spike's red cap launched sports headwear into a wider culture. Hip-hop made it a staple. Creators made it their own. Colors, fabrics, patterns. It was more than just your favorite team. And a gold sticker on the visor became as iconic as the cap itself. And those 4 numbers, we think it's an original production number. We don't know for sure, but we love them. From courtside to Crenshaw, from the 50 to 5th, it shouted that this is who you were, what you repped, and where you lived. The world saw it and wanted it. Where were we? Staying true to our roots. Fans of all sports became fans of us. People liked what we were doing, so our brand grew, and we became more than just a cap. That's 100 years. We thank you. Enjoy what comes next.
Now we've seen closer games, we've seen a couple not so close games. What are your thoughts on the way we're finishing off the series every night?
Yeah, well, the good thing is that, yeah, you're right. There's been maybe only a handful of games that are relatively close, but each one of those games, once we get to Elam, has created more drama, right? There's been comebacks. Edmonton had a comeback a couple nights ago. They were down big, and then they rolled back to get within 10. And it wasn't a win, but it does prove that, okay, no time on the clock. Let's go down, shoot some threes, get some open shots. For those that have been leading, I felt a little scared for those guys sometimes. It's not as easy as you think to close out a game. So it's been fantastic. And as we get closer and, the teams feel each other out a little bit more, we're going to get more close games going into Elam, which is going to make even more exciting.
We're talking about national coverage. It was pretty cool to look on Twitter and see the CEBL trending across the country.
It is cool, especially for a guy like me who has no idea what that even means. So I had asked my young staff, hey, what is it trending? Is that a good thing? But that just goes to show that organic growth I talked about. And in time, we are going to be in places we want to be. Right now, we have a tremendous partner in CBC. They have taken it upon themselves. They are the Olympic network. They understand where we fit into their values and their road to the Olympics, and specifically in basketball, both men's and women's. So, anything we can do to help broadcast what we do and what we're about and the talent that's here and trend and grow is an incredible part of the journey. And in years from now, we'll be able to look back and say that was the first time, but not the last.
Can't kill them. Here's Mullings, though, and Mullings ends the game. A valiant effort from Hamilton, but in the end, Niagara, they win this one in Elam.
We are back live to the Meridian Center in St. Catharines, Ontario, home to the 2021 Canada Summer Games. 38-32, the Ottawa Blackjacks with a lead in a game that is for everything. You win, you go on to the CEBL Summer Series quarterfinal and a chance to remain in the hunt for the CEBL championship. If you lose, you go home. Jason Tom here alongside Joe Razzo. Amy Otterbert will join us once again in just a little bit. When it comes down to it, Joe, the Blackjacks weathered that early storm. They got hit in the mouth early on by the defending champs, but the Blackjacks really controlled it the rest of the way. A little bit of life at the end of the first half, though, from the Rattlers.
Yeah, 22-9 that second quarter was huge for Ottawa, and that was after they were behind 11-0 or early in the game. No, Ottawa did a real good job of controlling the tempo and the pace of where they wanted to play, and you just got a sense that Saskatchewan got a little bit tired. Undermanned, they got a bunch of injuries sitting on the bench, and guys are being asked to play minutes that they're just maybe not comfortable with right now.
Yeah, there has been an awful lot of talk about kind of the war of attrition that this has been, and the Rattlers, I think, have been hit harder really than anybody else. And you can tell by looking at their bench points, they are getting some punch from the bench. And right now, Amy Otterbert's joined with a guest. Amy?
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. You guys started this game on fire. How can you get back to that style of play?
Well, it just starts with our defense, creating the energy on defense, getting stops, and then that allows us to get out and run the ball. And, when we're pushing the pace, I think we're pretty good. So we just got to pick up our D.
Negus Webster-Chan is 0 for 10 from the field. How can you guys get involved in this game a bit better?
Well, he's had a lot of good looks. He just has to keep shooting the basketball. He's a great shooter, and I'm sure these will drop the second half.
All right, Coach. We appreciate your time. I know you got a big half to coach up. We'll go back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Amy. Very few words from head coach Chad Jacobson. He is focused on the task at hand, which is winning this second half and staying alive to fight another day. Joe, let's revisit your keys to the game.
So for Saskatchewan, the first one was mind over matter. It was in the fatigue issue, and it caught them in the second half. There was a couple of times they had guys on the court that were tired and not running in transition. Their overall length, I thought that was their strength early in the game because they had some size, and then no mental lapses, and that comes with fatigue. Fatigue makes cowards of us, not cowards of us all, but make mental mistakes because of we're tired. For Ottawa, it's movement and spacing. They got it going in the second quarter when they started moving the ball in transition off of their defense, and they spaced the floor, and not only did they have some open threes, but they had some open drives because they could do it. And then their gang rebound. They out-rebound. They win the battle of the boards there because they rebound as a group. And then their bench play. Their bench play doesn't have to outscore Saskatchewan's bench. It has to come out and play harder. And all they have to do is maintain the tempo and the flow. And I thought their bench did a great job on defense. And sometimes they had a very young group on the court.
Now taking a look at the halftime stats presented by BetChris. And, it's even in a few areas, but really when it comes down to it, it is the field goal percentage that the Blackjacks have relied on and just out-hustling Saskatchewan for really the final 15 minutes of that first half. Right now, what do the defending champs have left in them? Again, playing undermanned after a first half that luckily they did cut into that lead before the break, Joe.
And I think they got to be reminded that this team had a 10-point lead yesterday against Niagara and use that a little bit as now we can play. We just got to play smart. We got to play smart. We can't have any lapses. And guys, if we, you got to empty the tanks. And I know it's tough for Saskatchewan, but Saskatchewan has to empty the tank and not worry about tomorrow. They just got to worry about getting to tomorrow.
There are some advantages that the Rattlers can take, similar to what the River Lions did in the second half of yesterday's game against the Blackjacks. When you look at it up and down, the Rattlers have more experience. They're older, maybe a little bit stronger in some spots, and they may just have to play a little bit of bully ball when it comes down to it. Try to pick on a few of the young guys defensively and take the ball at them, much like the River Lions did yesterday.
And as Amy asked about Negus Webster-Chan, he's a professional shooter and he's a scorer. He at one time in this series, he was like 10 of 13 from the threes. He gets hot again. All of a sudden, he brings it in just by himself. Bracy Davis, to me, is the key for them because he's the one guy on this team that can score easier than others.
Well, are the Rattlers ready for this second half? Fighting for the defense of their championship crown. Kai Williams to Kemi Osei. Osei takes it into the lane, reverse layup, lots of contact, no whistle, no basket. We're back the other way. Thomas Scrub. Hanlon. He's looking to hand it back off, gets stuffed for Hannah Mescal. Back rim, no good. Negus Webster-Chan defensive rebound. Osei is going to push it the other way into the teeth of the defense. Kicks back out. Pass to Webster-Chan. He drops off. No good from Denzel Taylor. Negus Webster-Chan's first basket of the game comes from a tip-in. He's now 1 of 11.
And it doesn't matter how you score. If you're a shooter, the fact that you made your last shot just gives you a lot more confidence on your next shot.
38-34, just over a minute in. We thank you for joining us on cbcsports.ca, the CBC Gem app, and for those listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa, your Blackjacks are up 4 now, 1:05 into the second quarter.
And Saskatchewan came out right now in the third quarter, a little bit like they came out in the first quarter. A lot more energy.
Ooh. Johnny B almost got tripped up by Osei. Nice drop off to Pierre Charles. 4-2.
Saskatchewan a little late on the rotation, but nice pass off. Good finish by Pierre Charles, who's having a good game today.
Webster-Chan. Osei. Ooh. He was not on the same page as Bracy Davis, and that pass ends up in the lap of Osvaldo Genti. He'll take it.
Yeah, this is one of those gut checks right now. Even though it's a minute and a half right now, you've just had a turnover. You got to play some solid defense and get past that last turnover if you're Saskatchewan.
Shakith drives. He's stopped. Throws it up. Taylor defensive rebound. Rattlers do not have numbers, but Bracy Davis, the trailer, takes it into the lane. No foul call. Davis is going to collect himself in the corner.
Yeah, Davis took a lot of contact on that no foul, but he's down right now.
And Robinson
I don't think the referees realize that Davis is down off the court.
Yeah, he's hidden by the Rattlers sign. And Chris Joseph is also over there feeling the pain for his teammate. There's not much you can do for that sort of injury. Just needs some time. Webster-Chan in the corner finds Opong off his foot over midcourt. Another turnover for the Rattlers.
And that's, you look at teams making mental mistakes. That's 2 turnovers with no pressure on passes and just missed the target completely.
Hanlon to Johnny for Hannah Mescal. Thomas Scrub is cut off trying to get to the baseline. Oh, and he finds Shaq Keith. He beats the clock, hits nothing though. Webster-Chan came over with some defensive help there.
Denzel Taylor did a real nice job on defense there.
Osei, no good. Taylor has been very active. Of all the people who are battling some things out there, Denzel Taylor's bringing it every time down the floor.
And Saskatchewan's doing a real good job defensively right now. There's a couple turnovers right now and a good open shot for Kemi Osei. They're playing hard.
Hanlon to Thomas Scrubb. He takes it at Negus Webster-Chan, high off of glass over the outstretched arm of Negus Webster-Chan for 2.
Ottawa likes to play through players. In that case there, they ran a set play where they can get a match on Thomas Scrubb that they wanted, and they played through Tom.
Oh, Kai Williams, one-handed offensive rebound off the Opong miss. It's the all-Quebec backcourt right now of Opong and Osei. Oh, nice find to a cutting Kai Williams, but it rattles around and out. Opong, Osei, into the lane. Short arms it, no good, battling for the offensive rebound. Sask is going to get it back.
But Kemi Osei's giving up open threes to drive the lane there. He's just got to have a little bit more confidence in him because he kept them in the first half with some deep threes.
Kevin Bracey Davis has been able to get himself back onto the bench for the Rattlers. Lloyd Pandy and Mudas Tutu back into the game.
For Bracey Davis to get up on the bench is a good sign. They need him desperately.
Osei inbounds, got the handoff back. They work it around the perimeter, and it ends up back in Osei's hands. Opong gets to the elbow, no good. The Rattlers have come up empty offensively here. And you see Rashawn Brown getting back to the scorer's table looking for an answer. Is Sask. Pass is tipped by Osei, but Thomas Scrubb cashes the money ball to push the lead up to 11.
And this is Ottawa's spacing. Tutu goes baseline. He knows when help comes that where it came from, that Thomas Scrubb would be at that elbow extended for the 3.
Webster-Chan works his way in, but he's cut off by Pierre Charles. Opong, drive, drop off, foul called. Bell Lifestyle Products is proud to provide natural health products for the elite athletes of the CEBL, retired athletes, and weekend warriors alike. Never stop doing your thing. Men's health empowered by nature. Bell Lifestyle Products. Bracey Davis checking back into the game. Running off the screen, Negus Webster-Chan, no good. And the Blackjacks, defensive rebound and push. Webster-Chan pokes away the pass.
Good baseline out of bounds there for Saskatchewan, getting Negus Webster-Chan an open look because he just needs one to go down.
2-2. Well, he had Scrubb open in the corner, but instead he goes back to Hanlon. And he gets it to go while getting hacked. Olivier Hanlon going to the line, and he could push this lead up to 14. We're not even at the midway point of the third quarter. Kotak Law is the official law firm of the CEBL Summer Series, and they know these times have been hard for many Canadians. That's why they're donating $7,000 to the Canadian Mental Health Association. They invite CEBL fans to join them. Visit cmha.ca today and join Nanesh Kotak in supporting the mental health of Canadians. From coast to coast, 48-34, the expansion Ottawa Blackjacks looking to punch their ticket into the CEBL Summer Series quarterfinal. Rashawn Brown, step back 3, back rim and out. And he gets it back after a little bouncing ball finds his way to him, but nope, let's keep it back. Lloyd Pandy. And we are going to get a timeout by the Rattlers with 5:10 left in this third quarter before it gets too out of hand. You are watching the CEBL Summer Series on cbcsports.ca, the CBC Gem app, and you're listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa.
Follow the Saskatchewan Rattlers on social media right now to get the latest news, updates, and behind-the-scenes access that the defending champion Rattlers have to offer. Follow the Ottawa Blackjacks on social media right now to get the latest news, updates, and behind-the-scenes access that the CEBL's newest club has to offer.
The Ottawa Blackjacks have won every 5-minute stretch except for the opening 5 of this game, and they find themselves up 16 at the midway point of the third quarter. They have been able to rebound from that heartbreaking loss yesterday to be in control of this one against the defending champs.
And their defense has been exceptional, giving nothing easy, just working real hard and controlling the pace of the game.
Thomas Scrub, after starting 1 of 5, is now 6 for his last 7 from the floor. That is a champion right there. Osiande no good, and 4 Blackjacks are hopping on the glass. Coming out with it is Lloyd Pandy. He goes coast to coast, but he's sent back by Jelaine Price. Oh, nice find to the cutting Isaiah Osborne. His first basket?
His first professional basket.
Yes.
Nice dive, nice cut. And this is where you're talking about the Ottawa bench right now is just fresh. They're young, they're fresh. And they're just taking advantage of the situation.
He's short on the free throw. So the lead is just 18. Bracy Davis right into the chest of Eric Keeby, but Keeby's called for the block. I think it's because he was inside the semicircle.
Yeah. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy.
The 2021 CEBL season ticket drive is well underway and will continue throughout the CEBL Summer Series. Visit the Rattlers.ca or the Blackjacks.ca to place your $50 deposit, receive a 12% discount, and secure your 2021 season tickets. Transition, Osborne gets it, kicks out, Lull drives onto the baseline for Keeby, couple of head fakes, and he draws the foul. He'll head back to the charity stripe.
The nice thing about this group, what you find is because they remove the ball in the full court, the pass is a weapon. The pass is a weapon. It's going to, and the weapon is it's going to move the defense until you can find the lane. And what they do, even with short passes, they're constantly moving. They're not using the dribble to set themselves up for the pass. Their footwork is ready. They're just moving the ball to the next man who's open.
Keeby misses the first. Rattlers getting a little upset out there. They have a warning on the bench and now a warning on Osiande. Osei, Opong, Price. Back to Osei, running off the screen, works it back to Opong. 8 on the shot clock, Bracy Davis. Quick, decisive move to the lane. Finally gets a whistle to go his way, but he can't get the basket to go.
And Saskatchewan, one of the first times in this half, did a great job of moving the basketball from side to side and then got the post feed on the mismatch with Brazy Davis inside. That's a good sign. They got 3:51 to play here. This is where they just chip away. Good defense, come down, get solid efforts on offense, and get this thing down under double digits.
The Blackjacks defense has been textbook, holding the Rattlers to just 37 points. Bracy Davis is fighting it right now. Misses the first free throw. And he gets the second, cutting it to 14.
Little 2-2-1 action here for Saskatchewan, something that they've done successfully early in this series.
They break it, lull, no good from range. Pandy battles for the offensive rebound. He comes down with it. Osborne back to Pandy. He's working on Denzel Taylor. Hands off to Tutu. Taylor comes out on him. Tutu drive, kicks to the corner. Lull goes to the baseline. They lose it. The first 24-second stand by the Rattlers. Good timing for that, Joe.
And actually more than 24 seconds because they stopped them. They got the offensive rebound. So real good series for Saskatchewan.
Robinson Opong bringing it up over the midcourt line to Taylor. Bracy Davis cuts his way to the free throw line. Leaner, no good, can't get his own rebound. Shaq Keith gets it up. Osborne off the dime from Tutu. Pandy offensive rebound, his second in his second trip up the floor. Foul on Opong. No, sorry, Bracy Davis.
What Ottawa does real well is they send 3 and 4 guys to the boards, but they're very good in defensive transition because if they don't get the board, they still hustle back. A lot of teams will only send 1 because they're terrified of transition. They just work so hard at getting back that it makes it very opportunistic to go get offensive rebounds.
Shaq Keith. Sidestep 3. And another offensive rebound from the Blackjacks. Once again, that was Lloyd Pandy, his third. Turnover. Rattlers back the other way. Another block call.
When you keep saying Lloyd Pandy gets the offensive rebound, Lloyd Pandy gets offensive rebounds, you'd think he's 6'9". He's 6'4". He just works so hard to get himself in position.
A reminder to stick around following this doubleheader for a special edition of CEBL Life presented by Ward 1 Studios, a behind-the-scenes feature on Fraser Valley Bandits player Jahenz Menega. Osei at the line, shooting 2. Webster Chan, Olivier Hanlon having a little chat inside the three-point arc. Know each other very well.
So good defense by Saskatchewan, 12-point game, 2:29 to go in the third. Get it down to single digits, a little bit at a time, but it starts with defense.
Well, they do have a playbook to go by after watching the River Lions battle back yesterday. Shaq Keith to Hanlon, top of the three-point arc. Back to Keith. Keith to Scrub. They swing it around to Johnny Berhan-Meskel. He goes to the baseline and drops it off to Scrub. So easy, Joe.
He goes to the baseline. Everybody's looking for a drift, and all of a sudden he throws a bounce pass back in the key.
Webster Chan. Price. Hand off to Osei. Crossover by Bracy Davis. Hand check foul on Pierre Charles. No, sorry. Called that one on Olivier Hanlon, and he is confused on where that came from.
Well, Bracy Davis, just him going to the basket in the bonus situation is getting him to the free throw line, and that's as good as offense that they've had right now. That's just a grind.
Hanlon doesn't know how that call was made. Getting himself into foul trouble right now. Could also change the momentum in this game. Munis Tutu checking in.
And that's a big substitution because you've taken out a scoring point guard with deep range, and now you've got a young guy who's been playing really, really well but doesn't shoot the three like Olivier does.
Yeah, The Rattlers are going to make the Blackjacks earn it the rest of the way, that's for sure. Well, another offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. Munis 2-2. Putback is good with 1:25 to go. The lead is back up to 14. Osei backs down 2-2. Step back jumper. Back rim, no good. Long rebound goes to Shaq Keith. Bounce pass in transition to Scrub for 2.
That's just a fresher team running the floor.
Bracy Davis gets into the lane. And Pierre Charles drew the charge. Refreshing to see a charge being called where the player didn't hit the floor.
Yeah. And Bracy Davis looked like he came out of a slingshot there. Like you knew he was taking it to the hole as soon as he got past the 3-point line.
Under a minute to go. Both teams will be in the bonus, the next foul call, but under a minute to go now. Thomas Scrub finds Keith running off a screen. Keith gets to the baseline, spins back into the lane. Bracy Davis pokes it away, but Pierre Charles comes up with it and banks it off the glass.
And doing a real good job of scoring inside Pierre Charles.
Brown. Bracy Davis, once again, a lot of dribbling, trying to get the offense going. Bracy Davis working on Keith. Blocking foul called. Bracy Davis gets himself to the line. $17.1 to go. The lead's at 18. Bracy Davis looking to chip it away here.
And the chipping constantly is at the free throw line. You're down 18 points. They had it to 12. They're scoring from the free throw line, but they're not stopping Ottawa on the other end.
These missed free throws are not helping the Rattlers right now.
And the quarter will end with Ottawa having the ball with 17 seconds to go, and then starting the ball in the fourth quarter. So they'll bury the clock right down to the last second before they look to score.
Hanlon back on the floor with the rock. Sean Brown is beat. Oh, great passing, but Brown with the block. Negus Webster-Chan from midcourt, no good. 60-43. One of these teams only has one quarter left in their CEBL Summer Series. You're watching live on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca. You're listening on TSN 1200 in Ottawa.
Elam ending is upon us, and they take the timeout to set the target score.
Gets up into the air, gets it to go! Not there, Boucard in the corner for 3. Guillaume Boucard at the buzzer, drains it, and the Niagara River Lions get out of here with a 93-92 victory.
Well, when I was younger in high school, I was a pretty good athlete. Went to the provincial championships in most sports like volleyball, track, basketball, and of course the goalie. But lately I've been going up the stairs like Fred Sanford. That's why I use Inflamex. Remember, 2 M's, 2 X's.
Inflamex is formulated to relieve joint pain, helps address pain and inflammation at the cellular level, and is GMO-free and allergen-free.
I'm doing better with a little help from my friends at Bell Lifestyle Products, so you can do the things that you do best.
Oh, yeah!
Most of our clients who come through our door
Welcome back to St. Catharines, Ontario, the Meridian Centre, the home of the 2021 Canada Summer Games. The defending champs have a mountain to climb, down 17 to the expansion Ottawa Blackjacks. The winner of this game will advance, take on the Guelph Nighthawks in tomorrow's quarterfinals. Currently, we already have one dance card filled. The Niagara River Lions will be taking on the Hamilton Honey Badgers. Shaq Keith asking for the Kiwi screen. Takes it at Kai Williams to Shaq Keith. Layup, plus the foul, and a little flex to his own bench.
Yeah, Shaq was looking for the matchup that he wanted and used a lot of finesse on that.
Keith has an opportunity, and he does make this a 20-point game. The Blackjacks just executing the game plan from Osvaldo Genti to perfection outside of that opening 5 minutes. Negus Webster-Chan, 1 of 13 before he hit that money ball.
Good spot up, good take. Let's hope for your Saskatchewan fan that he's got a bunch of those in him.
Got to be able to stop somebody on the other end, and Shaq Keith just took Brown to school.
So it's 2 matchups that they went through. They found Shaq with the best matchup, Shaq, and went directly to him.
Bracy Davis, top of the three-point arc. Spins but has it poked away. 2-2, back the other way. Foul is called. 2-2 gets to the line to shoot 2.
And you got to believe that turnover, Bracy Davis, he's just tired right now. And it's not like there's a lot on the bench that can refuel him right now because he's got a lot of bodies that are tired. And that's because of the injury, not because they're not in shape and not working hard. They've been hit by the injury more than any team so far in the series.
I mean,
Saskatchewan.
yeah, the Rattlers literally came into training camp banged up. They knew that they were up against it to start. Carl Brown, the third, has played just a couple of minutes. Kenny Edgem, I believe just a couple of games. And Chris Joseph, same thing. We haven't seen any of those 3 here today. Obviously, a lot to ask of these players when you're battling those type of injuries, knowing that you have an entire professional season coming up overseas. You know, you really have to weigh, the value of these games compared to an entire season, and really, we're talking about their livelihoods.
Yeah, and you've got guys who are they're playing hurt.
Yep.
They just got hit with the injury bug.
Webster-Chan, no good. This CEBL Summer Series was a great opportunity for many players to not only get game action underneath their belt as Shaq Keith earns 2 more at the line, not only get, for every player it's been different, right? You have guys in U Sports getting invaluable pro experience. You have guys just graduated U Sports using this as an opportunity to get some professional time and game tape under their belt to get their next job. And for other guys who already had a contract overseas, this was an opportunity for many of them to get any practice time and game time.
And for a lot of them, the first time they've ever had a chance to play professionally in Canada.
Yes.
And so we hear a lot of guys, but we don't see them.
Yep.
So we try to follow them from abroad. But now this summer, we've had an opportunity through this series to see those players that we've been hearing about.
Rashawn Brown up top, Bracy Davis. Mid-range jumper, he is fouled. It bangs around and kicks out. Bracy Davis will shoot 2 at the line. But yeah, I think it's important for people to, realize that even in a full, what would normally be a 2.5 month season for the CEBL, this is, a summertime league for these players. And when it's condensed now into this, I have to give much respect to a lot of these players for, the sacrifices they made to come in and be a part of this. And not always does it go your way. Not always does that nagging injury work itself out. And the opportunity that they were, afforded here to be able to at least get some training and practice time in, if it doesn't translate to game time on the floor, they still were here sacrificing time with their friends and family to be here and help the CEBL have this successful summer series.
And give us some well-needed basketball
Absolutely.
for us junkies and fans.
Hey, man, 3 weeks ago, to think that we would have sat here and been able to call these games, Joe, and see some great competition and see a league full of 80% Canadians, I really did not think that this was going to be possible.
Yeah, I think this is a great part of a legacy that's going to be left by the CEBL.
And an opportunity as Osborne, no good from range. Lloyd Pandy is putting the entire U Sports on notice. You better box this kid out because he is in an offensive rebounding nightmare. Very impressive has Lloyd Pandy been, and we talked at the beginning about the U Sports flavor in this game. Ottawa Blackjacks, we're looking at the CEBL Summer Series, but think about the U Sports season. This season may be different than any other, but just generally speaking, the career ahead for these guys.
Yeah, for the guys that have played and participated, a bunch of the Ottawa players, Uatua at Brock, who's going back, those guys, it's really important because they're going to make their teams and their whole league better. But the other thing with this Ottawa team right now, this bench is allowing Coach Genty to rest guys because if they're successful, and it looks like at 71-48, odds are in their favorite, they've got to play 3 games in 3 days.
Yes.
So he's starting time management for tomorrow, today, and it's the youth on the floor and the Pandy rebounds, the easy scores, that it's allowing him to do this. Otherwise, if you had to empty your tank out, your opportunity for win tomorrow would be diminished.
Absolutely. Looking down there, you see the guys getting their rest. Thomas Scrub, Olivier Hanlon, Johnny Brahana-Meskel.
And in the CBL, you get your rest by putting on your mask.
Yes.
It's not like putting on your warm-ups, the day's over. Your mask.
Your day is most likely done. The Blackjacks +6 on the glass have been able to shoot at a high percentage throughout this game from the field, but defensively just executing so well. Osei to Kai Williams.
And Ottawa's showing a zone, which they haven't showed in a couple games. A little bit of a 3-2.
Almost come up with a steal. Osei has to launch. And he is good from deep, Kemi Osei. Lead is still at 20 with 7:13 to go here in the fourth quarter. Opong all over Pandy. Isaiah Osborne drives and he coughs it up to Williams. Opong comes up with it.
Good defense by Saskatchewan there, containing the ball handler.
Kemi Osei, mid-range is good, and he gets right back at it defensively. Osborne. Foul called, Denzel Taylor. Denzel Taylor has brought consistent energy through every game for this Rattlers squad. And now we'll be rejoined by Amy Audibert. Amy?
Just a little bit more on Denzel Taylor. He played his college ball at Old Dominion, but the Toronto native has a knack for the ball. He really takes pride in his ability to rebound. And when I spoke to him during training camp, he told me that he really found that identity with CIA bounce when he in high school. And of course, who he really looks after is Ben Wallace, a little undersized, but knows how to get position. Guys.
Thank you, Amy. 6:25 to go in the fourth quarter. And if things keep going this way, the Rattlers seeing their season. Oh, Kemi Osei has scored 8 straight points for Sask, saying, no, we're not going away yet. Oh, Negus Webster-Chan with the block and the save. Fires it to Osei. He saves it off the posterior of Muniz Tutu, and then immediately says, you all right? Amy, what do you got?
Well, you see Kemi with this never die attitude, and that's because he's the youngest of 6 kids, and number 5 is 10 years older than him. And usually that goes one way or the other, right, for the baby like that. Very spoiled or fights for everything. And he looked at me with a big smile like last week and said, no, I've had to fight for everything. And that's why I think as this one trails out, you're not going to see that man give up. Guys?
Yeah, I think he won a lot of fights because doesn't look like he missed many big dinners. Kemi Osei is just built like they build him in North Montreal. Strong young man. And Kibi back the other way in transition. He's definitely...
And they did a great job getting him down to 15 points there.
Yeah.
And then they just get beat on transition.
Opong, no good. Osayande gets back to the scorer's table looking to check back into this game. Keith. Onto the corner, Tutu, no good. Was that Pandy again with an offensive rebound?
Well, if I was going to bet, I'd say yes. He is just relentless. If you don't put a body on him, he's going to get a hand on it.
That's at least 5 offensive rebounds now. Kemi Osei putting this team on his wide shoulders, cashes another. He's got 10 in the quarter. Shaq Keith to Kibi, gets it back from Kibi. Oh, Negus Webster-Chan collided there. He's hurting. 4:43 to go. Leads at 16. The Rattlers are battling. They are not going away without a fight. Osayande and Bracey Davis checking in for Denzel Taylor and Webster-Chan.
So impressed with Kemi Osei.
Yeah.
Just giving, like he's got nothing left. He's just going hard.
Quick look at the standings as we sit here in the final quarter of the final game. Taking a quick look. So it looks like right now that Ottawa is going to pull out the victory and punch their ticket to the quarterfinals. But as Joe mentioned, that will be their 3rd game in 3 days. So the rest that's happening on the bench over there is extremely important.
I'll be very surprised going into Elam time if Ottawa decides to keep this young lineup on the floor during Elam time or bring back any of their starters.
Osei, couldn't get that one to go, looking to his 10-point total in this quarter. Pandy, not an offensive rebound, but he is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Tell you this, on the second free throw, they better box him out. As if he misses it, he's going to get it. A reminder to everybody that we have our quarterfinals and the playoffs coming ahead in the next couple of days. Quarterfinals tomorrow. Joe and I will be here 5 and 7:30. And then after a day off, we will be back on the main networks for the semifinals starting at 1:30 p.m. and then Championship Sunday at high noon.
And we know Edmonton and Fraser Valley are both going to be on national TV come Saturday afternoon.
Bracey Davis, sidestep 3, lawn 2, no good. And the next whistle will bring us to Elam ending time. And there it is. We're right at the 4-minute mark. So it's a 19-point lead for the Ottawa Blackjacks.
So those of you that are new to Elam time, we take 9 points and add it on to the team that's leading. So the Elam target score will be 87 points. And so it's a matter of just first team to 87 wins. You can score it any way 2, a 3, a free throw, doesn't matter. A couple things that we have to keep note of. CEBL has adopted the FIBA rules, the last 2 minutes of FIBA rules in the Elam time. So what you can't do, or you can do, you can substitute after a free throw, and you can call timeout after timeouts. You can bring the ball to center court or keep it in the back court, so you have some choices. So there's a couple things that you have to keep in mind, but right now the big thing, first team to 87 wins.
Yeah, and you're looking at the average target score being 88.2. So many times it's been in that 85 to 89 range when it comes to Elam ending time, and you've seen a change in the way teams have played as it's progressed. The early going, a lot of people just taking threes, trying to win it. Then midway through the summer series, it really got to taking the ball to the hole, trying to earn free throws, shoot twos. We've seen them end on goaltends, foul shots, every different way you can end a game.
And the key part is, if you're leading, it's not a matter of getting caught up in the Elam score. It's just a matter of still just play your style.
Play your game. And the Blackjacks have played their game throughout this one. That is why they are in a comfortable spot heading into Elam ending time. But I'll tell you this, the Rattlers are not going to go away right now. They are going to scratch and claw for everything they can get. Opong into the corner. Osei, no good. Osiande, offensive rebound and putback is good.
And that's something that Shane has done his entire career. He's been a great offensive rebounder.
Osborne. Keeby is good for 2, putting him work down low.
So Coach Gente, with the lead, has decided he was going to leave that group that was on the floor with 4 U Sports players and Eric Keeby to finish this.
Kai Williams, no good from 3-point range. Back the other way. Munis Tutu finds a cutting Lloyd Pandy. Oh, he almost got another offensive rebound, Joe. Instead, the Rattlers come out with it. Opong walks it up to the 3-point arc. Osei, who caught fire here in the 4th quarter. Again, Osei has cooled off a little bit. Tutu back the other way, takes it right at Kai Williams. A bunch of one-and-dones on both ends of the floor here. Transition, Bracey Davis is good. 80 to 63, with 87 being the target score.
The longer Saskatchewan can play defense, the more confidence they build up. It's a huge hill to climb.
Osborne to Keeby. He misses, gets his own rebound, forces it back up. They are calling a foul, and they called it on Bracey Davis.
When I said a huge hill to climb, the big thing is that there is no clock. Clock's not a factor. If you can just defend, you're going to have multiple opportunities. And they're going to need them.
Bracey Davis has fouled out of this game. Webster Chan, Denzel Taylor, and Jelaine Price checking in. They will join the Quebec backcourt of Robinson Opong and Kemi Osei. Keeby's good on the first, getting them up to 81, 6 points away from the target score. And now 5 away from the target score. Kemi Osei to Taylor, gets it back. Osei to Price on the wing. Handoff, Negus Webster Chan. Some quick hands by Pandy. Can't get it back. Big collision between Pandy and Webster Chan.
Yeah.
Foul on Pandy.
Coach Gente was looking for it on the first one on the loose ball. Thought his young freshman got beat up on that.
Osei. He is good. Kemi Osei is not going without a fight. Three-pointer. Leads down to 16. They're still 21 away from the target score are the Rattlers. Isaiah Osborne from range. Bounces out. Foul called on Jelaine Price, leading to free throws for Eric Keeby.
And the free throw line has been the best offense right now for Ottawa. It's almost like a dump and chase.
Yep.
They shoot it and they go for the offensive rebounds, and if they don't put it on the putback, they'll get it on the free throw.
Keeby is good on the first, 4 away from the target score. And now 3 away. 84-66. The Rattlers staring down the end of the defense of their CEBL championship. Osei, drive, has it knocked away by Keeby. Back the other way, Lull to Pandy. And that is a charge. Stepping in to draw it was Jelaine Price.
I think Lloyd Pandy would have been better off shooting that, getting his rebound, and not having the charge.
Setting himself up for the offensive rebounds. Pandy has just been so active on the glass on that end of the floor.
I can't say how big this is for Ottawa, not having to go back to any of their starters in this fourth quarter during Elam time and before Elam time, that they've been able to get themselves a lead that they could sustain right through.
Opong battling, and he will work his way to the charity stripe to shoot a couple. (84-66), with the target score being 87. Opong hits the first. Got them both from the line. Now 19 away from the target score.
So you think they go for the three?
I would say no. Stay with their game plan, but TJ Lull ends it for the Blackjacks. The kid with the game winner, and his bench is loving it with that shot. We are assured of the fact that there will be a new CEBL champion this season. Once again, you take a look. Great ball movement leading to the TJ Lull game-winning three. The Saskatchewan Rattlers' war of attrition has come to an end. They battled all the way down, just could not overcome the injuries that they faced. We will have a brand new CEBL champion in the league's second season. 87-68 is the final. The Ottawa Blackjacks take this one, and they will advance to take on the Guelph Nighthawks in tomorrow's quarterfinal. And Thomas Scrubb is on the baseline joining Amy Audibert. Amy?
Everyone can smile now, right? So you wake up tomorrow and we are officially in the playoff phase. Everyone is 0-0. What do you know about your team moving forward into single elimination?
We just have to keep the aggressiveness up and the intensity on defense. I think when we kind of play relaxed and kind of slow it down, we're not very good. So we just need to play intense, and it's going to be tough. We play 2 games in 2 days, so we're going to have to really rest as much as possible and try and bring the energy for tomorrow.
Tomorrow means 3 games in 3 days, and so you guys close us out with a nice young core out there. What types of things are they learning, finishing out games, that's going to help your team moving forward?
Yeah, it's always good to have depth. Like we have hopefully 3 more games, so we're gonna need all 10 guys or 11 guys to to be able to play to get as much rest as possible. So I think they played well at the end. They were aggressive. They ran our stuff and did a good job in finishing the game.
Tommy, not much time to celebrate, but at least a deep breath, right?
Yeah.
We'll look forward to see you tomorrow. Thank you for your time, guys.
Thank you, Amy. Thomas Scrubb rested for the majority of that fourth quarter, which is good news for the Ottawa Blackjacks, who now earn that fourth spot. They will take on the Guelph Nighthawks, who lost to the Fraser Valley Bandits in Game 1 today of our doubleheader, while the Niagara River Lions will be taking on the Hamilton Honey Badgers. That is our 2 quarterfinal matchups for tomorrow's CEBL Summer Series first day of the playoff round.
Playoffs are here,
yes.
And it's a whole new season. And I just love Tom Scrubb talking about the fact that they've got 3 more games left. And so there's no complaints, right? And that, you got to like that.
Absolutely. We got 2 quarterfinals coming your way tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. But right now, stay tuned. We have another episode of CEBL Life coming to you. You don't want to miss it. Keep us rolling right now. I want to say thank you to everybody watching on cbcsports.ca, CBC Gem app, and on TSN 1200 in Ottawa. Signing off for Amy Audibert, I'm Jason Tom, alongside Joe Rasso. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern.
My name is really good for Canadian basketball. I was like a band geek, legit, when I was a kid growing up. My parents just always wanted me to be in extracurricular activities, myself and my sister and my 2 older brothers. So we all played music at some point in our lives, and I ended up really liking it. Obviously started with piano, and then when I got to middle school, I joined a band and I learned how to play clarinet and trumpet, and before you know it, I was doing double French horn and various other instruments as well. And I did that all the way up till 10th grade, and then I really started to focus on basketball. My parents just wanted us to be, you know, out of the streets doing something after school, you know, so it started with music, and then it turned into sports with soccer and volleyball, and then eventually basketball. So being the youngest of 4, I got to see them play in high school growing up, and I just enjoyed watching them play so much that I wanted to do it as well. So when I picked up a basketball, it was just a foregone conclusion that that's what I was going to end up doing. So we were having an up and down season in Hungary, and the last 7 games that we were able to play, we really figured things out. We went on a 7-game winning streak, and we had a game on a Wednesday night, and that was the first time that they announced that we wouldn't play with fans. And on the Friday morning practice, our GM comes and he lets us know that the league is going to vote whether or not they're going to keep going due to the growing threat of the coronavirus. Little did we know how big of an issue it was. By that upcoming Tuesday, the league had been officially canceled, and by that Friday, I was on a flight back to Canada. It was very scary because we didn't know what we were dealing with, and I think even to this day, we still don't really know what we're dealing with. But yeah, fortunately for me, it all kind of worked out, and I'm glad I got back to Canada safe and sound. That's what this summer has kind of helped me do, is to sit down and spend some more time with family. Times that maybe I've taken for granted before, I definitely haven't taken it for granted this summer. We've all kind of been together since the beginning of this quarantine season, and it's meant a lot to me. You know, I've had a chance to do stuff with them that I haven't been able to do in years. Just things as a simple barbecue, hanging out in the house, going golfing. Stuff like that we haven't done in a really, really long time because life just keeps pulling us apart. But COVID-19 has kind of forced us to rekindle that family bond that I think we just kind of all took for granted a little bit, but I know looking forward, I'm definitely not going to do that ever again.
There it is. That's my best one.
It's a good hit.
What are you using to get there?
A 7.
A 7?
Yeah, it's about 120 from here apparently.
So the 7 would be probably 150. I'm going to use my pitching wedge to get there.
You're stronger than me though.
You heard that, right?
That's going to make the edit.
Just being in the same league and being able to share this experience with them, I think it'll be exciting. I mean, you get to see your brothers perform face to face. The last time I saw him play in person would have been when he played in the NCAA tournament in North Carolina, and back then I was playing professionally, and so it's kind of crazy to see it come full circle. There's nothing I'm more proud of in my life in terms of being able to see my brother now entering almost his 7th season as a professional basketball player, and for me, who's played 4 years, to see him go even further and to continue to make this a career, and now I'm coaching, and just we're really proud of it. I'm really proud of him. It's coming back full circle, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. 2 good things about COVID: lots of golf, and this is the most I've seen this guy since high school.
First, I'm incredibly proud of Willie. He's put in so much work to put himself in this situation, and he's one of the guys that really influenced me to start playing basketball and to really take it seriously. He's been a loving brother to me, a very helpful brother to me. To this day, I still take his advice on a lot of things, and now he's on the Niagara coaching staff during the CEBL series, so it's going to be fun to play against him as well.